Salve geral, estamos na área agora com a live de quarta-feira. Hoje vamos conversar com o ganês, cantor e compositor Rock Dawuni. Já já vai começar a parada. Só ele entrar online aí que a gente vai dar início. Aqui estou eu, Clayson Levi. Somos todos guerreiros, we all warriors, in the place, na área. E meu amigo Gerson Brito, translator, o tradutor, vai ajudar nós aí. Beleza? Vamos só aguardar ele entrar online aí que vai dar tudo certo.
Oh, everything is good.
Beautiful. How's life going on over there?
Yeah.
Ok. Resuma a sua carreira até esse momento.
Summarize your music career until now.
Oh, you say, how's my career up till now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, well, I can only say that, there's been really amazing journey, Obviously right now, every artist is dealing with, some sort of disruption when it comes to being able to fully go out there and bring the mission of music out to the world and share it with the world because of the current situation that is going on around the world. But I'll say that my career so far, I started off, here in Ghana, where I am right now. And actually, the first place that I played is not far from here, University of Ghana, when I was a student at University of Ghana, when I got opportunity of, first of all, connecting with a group of musicians too, who had come to the university and were all looking for a means to express their art, So I connected with them, and then, we decided to form a band. We formed a band called Local Crisis. Local Crisis launched in Ghana, started becoming very popular in Ghana, and then I traveled to the United States of America to go and really expand my, to learn more about music so that I could come and really bring it back and integrate, into our scene here. So I was in California for some time. Then after California, I came back to Ghana, recorded my first album, The Movement. The Movement, was the first album. It launched me. After The Movement, the album that followed up was called an album called Crusade. There was a song called In Ghana. It became a huge hit, not only in Ghana, but also around the continent of Africa. It was also licensed and started spreading my name around, to the United States and other parts of the world. Then after that album, it was the album that followed that one was an album called Awakening. And then after Awakening came branches of the Hymns for the Rebel Soul. Hymns for the Rebel Soul started expanding, my music, not only within the reggae realm, but it started also being licensed for video games. So EA started using my music for video games. American television started licensing my music. And then that album was nominated for NAACP Image Award. So it really set me up in the US and pushed my profile to a very, 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 shall I say, all of a sudden, it's, I'm a reggae artist, but, my music was being heard in video games and also TV shows. So that set the precedence for Branches of the Same Tree, which when released was also a very, very, very successful album, and then eventually was nominated for a Grammy. Becoming the first Grammy-nominated album from Ghana, and then one of the only few too from Africa that has been nominated. And then now, Beats of Zion is the current album that was a follow-up to that album. So I would say that so far my career has been really amazing. It's been incredible, and we only give thanks. We give thanks for all the success so far.
Ok. O Rock falou que ele começou em Gana, a carreira musical dele. Depois ele foi para os Estados Unidos, onde ele foi aprender estudar música, né? E lá ele começou, aprendeu muita coisa. Depois ele voltou para Gana, onde ele... Can you repeat the name of the band in Ghana?
It was called
when you started?
Local Crisis.
Local prize. Ah, local
Local
prize.
crisis,
Então,
yeah.
ok. Alright. Então
Alright.
ele fez parte, entrou, foi membro dessa banda como da banda Local Crisis. Were you a vocal singer in this
Yeah, I
band?
was a singer. Yeah, I was a singer for Local Crisis. Yeah.
Right. Então ele entrou nessa banda Vocal Crisis como vocalista e depois ele viajou pelo mundo, ele foi difundir, a música dele ficou conhecida, depois foi South Africa too, as well, South
Uh,
Africa, were you?
no, Ghana.
Ghana,
Ghana,
yeah.
Ghana. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Yeah.
E onde hoje a música dele começou a ser cada vez mais conhecida, né? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, right.
Okay. Enough respect.
Congratulations.
Enough respect. Now
Beautiful
respect.
journey. Beautiful journey in the music, you know?
Yeah.
Beautiful journey.
It's been, you know, because the thing is that, you know, sometimes the journey is really where the destination is, you know, because every level, every new album is when you give out your all, your totality, you know. So every album is where you are at, you know, and each album, you know, becomes a step towards, you know, in terms of your career. But it's sometimes very hard to see ahead because every album you have to give it your all and be present, you know. So I love the journey.
Isn't it a learning all through your whole life until now, since far now? Yeah.
You say, is there what?
It was a great learning all through your life for every singer and in general ways we are talking about the level of the success. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you know, the thing is that, you know, everything is a learning curve, you know, every step that you take, you know, there's so much that you learn. And for me too, you know, the interesting thing is that when we started, you know, I couldn't play an instrument. You see, I started, I was, you know, we grew up in a place where you couldn't get access to instruments. So me and my friends who do beatboxing, you know, so one will hum bass, one will hum bass, one will hum drum, and then I will come up with melodies and lyric and singing, you know. So my first few albums, that's how I wrote the music. But then I learned guitar later on. So from albums like Hymns for the Rebel Soul, that was when I started writing with guitar. So the style is different from the previous albums. And then now, you know, because I can play guitar and I use guitar to write my music, it's changed the character and style of how I write music as all the albums came. So every step, there's something new that you learn. Every step, there's something that adds up to you on your journey forward. You know, it's beautiful.
Yes, isn't it beautiful? Ele está falando que o primeiro álbum dele, ele aprendeu a tocar guitarra. Então, daí foi como é um processo. E a cada álbum lançado, ele foi aprendendo. Assim como também o beatbox, ele é muito bom no beatbox também. Thanks.
Yeah.
The second question. Yeah.
Yeah. The second question. Right.
Right.
Musicalmente falando, como adaptar a música nesses tempos de coronavírus?
Well, musically speaking, how can you adapt on your own the music in nowadays world when we're talking about the one topic, coronavirus? How can you see this scenery adapting the music?
Well, you see, the thing is that musicians, we need people. You know, musicians, we're connectors. You know, we also communicators. You know, so regardless of, although there is a situation where we cannot travel physically and be able to play to an audience or engage with an audience, the music is still finding its way through digital means, through virtual concerts and all of that, to still engage with an audience, you know, because life without music is death, you know. So we need music to feel alive. So our work is that regardless of the fear that is going on and all of that, we have to stay relevant and become tools of inspiration, tools of empowerment, tools of hope, through the music that we do. Although most of us, when it comes to music as a means to support your livelihood, most of it is broken down because you can make money playing live shows, you can make money touring, and a lot of booking agencies have gone out of business, a lot of venues are not working anymore. But we, those who make music of hope, we know that this is our time for us to keep bringing that message of hope to uplift and inspire people forward. Yeah. So we have a big role. Although there's coronavirus and all of that kind of stuff happening, our role is very big because we are the ones that bring hope to people that we're going to overcome this crisis right now.
Is it true? Is it true? Bom, ele está falando que na verdade não há questão de adaptar, porque o artista ele é um conector, porque a música ela é uma terapia. Então a música é inspiração, música é arte. Então a questão da musicalidade é muito pelo lado inverso. Ao invés de ser privativa, ela é independente. Ela atravessa a barreira porque ela é como se fosse um remédio. Yeah?
Yes. Okay, very nice.
Okay, Rocky, good answer.
Nice.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Rocky,
yes.
Can you play some music? Can you play some music right now to the people in Brazil?
I can sing an a cappella song right now. If that's okay, I'm right up in the mountains right now, so sending good vibes, so a champion arise, we shall win. A champion arise, we shall win. Whoa, we're stronger and alive, we shall win. Yeah. Let another spiritual war begin. They'll say it could not be done until they see it done. They'll say it could not be you until you know it's you, my friend. My friend. When the humble pop your bubble, they don't ever see it come. They tumble to the magic of the word and the sound forever. That's my belief. Now they come around and asking who that. Tell them it's the children of Judah, breaker of the chain and the ruler. Everybody spread it, everybody sing it. Let me hear you say it, yeah. A champion arise, we shall win. Whoa, a champion arise, we shall win. Whoa, we're stronger and alive, we shall win. Yeah, let another spiritual war begin. Yeah. Don't you believe everything that you've been told? We can't be bought for shekels, see that with silver and gold. Cross the land, I know that my story will be told. Coming from the young and coming from the old. Tell it to the hills and the mountains to the west. We conquered every fear and passed every test. Converging from the cities, converging from the villages, converging from all across the land. Who that? Tell them is the child of Judah. I a Rasta Kurula. Everybody spread it, everybody sing it. Let me hear you say it, yeah. A champion arise, we shall win. Whoa, let another spiritual war begin. Yes, I.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a little vibe from the mountaintop of Africa to my brothers in Brazil.
Yes.
Your Brazilian fans are enjoying this moment a lot.
Yes.
It's a gift now.
Yes. The
Thank you,
answer.
thank you, thank you, thank you,
Very, very, very nice, very nice.
thank you.
Positive, positive, positive vibes on.
Wow, just
Yes, my
positive
brother.
vibration.
Yes, my brother. Yes,
Yes,
my
yes.
brother.
Eu vou falar um pouco em português agora.
Okay.
I speak a little Portuguese right now, you know?
Okay.
Galera, ele acabou de cantar aqui a faixa Champion, que é do novo álbum dele, lançado há poucos dias atrás, chamado aí, você pode pesquisar nas redes sociais, nas plataformas, que vai encontrar lá, Champion, é do álbum dele, recente, Rock Dawuni. Todas as plataformas você vai achar no Teaser, no Amazon, em todas as plataformas digitais. Entra aí no Instagram dele, @rockdawuni, você vai encontrar lá. Estamos conversando aqui com o Rock Dawuni, direto de Gana, na África. Yes, man. Free casting.
Yes, man. Peace and love.
God bless us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Ok. Você já tem uma carreira consolidada, então eu gostaria de saber qual foi o seu primeiro show fora de Gana.
What was indeed the first show outside Ghana?
Oh, the first show was so when my second album came out, Crusade, there was a song called In Ghana. So that song became like a huge song. First of all, in Ghana, like it was like the national anthem here. Everywhere you went, that song. And then it was licensed by a record label in America. So I got booked for Vermont Reggae Festival in Vermont, in the East Coast of America. So that was the first concert that I ever did outside of Ghana. And it was magnificent because, you know, you can imagine an artist who's grown up, you know, Africa
Right.
has been where your place where you grew up, and all of a sudden your vision of being able to play for the world manifests because you get booked onto one of the biggest reggae festivals in the United States, you know. So it was a great opportunity. And for me,
Yeah.
that was how everything launched, you know, for me globally.
Really? Bom, fora de Ghana, ele falou que a primeira participação dele foi no festival de reggae que teve nos Estados Unidos. Isso para ele passou uma grande emoção, a sensação de ter o público da África representando a África ali, com essa marco na história dele, na carreira. E hoje está aí o nosso famoso ícone do reggae, Rock Dawuni. Yeah.
Yes. Very nice, very
Yeah.
nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Guys, this is Rock Dawuni from Ghana, Africa. Singer,
Yes.
musician from Africa, Ghana. Para todo o Brasil, para todo mundo. O novo álbum dele é chamado Beat of Zion. Você pode encontrar em todas as plataformas digitais. Beat of Zion. Checa lá todo que ele cantou aí. Champion. Tem várias outras canções, músicas de belas mensagens, de belas ideias para você ouvir. Um som muito bom. Beat of Zion. Procura nas plataformas digitais e você vai encontrar. Beleza? Rocky, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
The four
question.
first questions. Yes. Vamos lá. Eu vi que você teve um big up na sua carreira. Você participou de um evento com Steve Wonder. Conte-me mais sobre esse evento.
You've make a great partnership or a kind of make a partner show with Steve Wonder. We would like to know, tell us about this great experience, certainly indeed for you, for us. Tell us.
Yeah. Well, you know, first of all, it started with, you know, me and Stevie. There were, you know, a lot of people when, you know, my profile started growing in the United States and America. You know, some people, you know, mutual friends of ours were like, you know, Stevie, we're telling, telling Stevie about me and all of that, and it was like, you know, you got to meet Stevie, you got to meet Stevie, you got to meet Stevie. So one day, you know, Stevie got to, you know, heard my music and all of that. So one day I was doing a concert in Los Angeles, launching one of my albums. It was called Book of Changes. And Stevie, by then, Book of Changes, when Book of Changes 2 was a fusion album, because I had used a lot of drums, almost like, what you have like in Brazil, you know, like bringing the traditional elements of drumming into reggae music. So that album was different album, you know. So it had been receiving a lot of airplay in Los Angeles. So Stevie heard a lot of the songs. So when I was doing the launch of the album, during the concert, Stevie Wonder showed up at the concert. And then in the middle of the show, he sent a message to me that he wanted to come and join me on stage. And so he came on stage and we played, we played, Wake the Town. The song was called Wake the Town. Me and Stevie played Wake the Town together on stage. It was fantastic. You know, everybody was going crazy. Everybody was, I mean, the whole place. And then after that concert, then Hollywood Bowl organized a big concert where it was me, Stevie Wonder, Janelle Monáe, and everybody, and that was 20,000 people at the Hollywood Bowl. You know, so that was the second concert that I did with Stevie. So he came to my concert in the club, and then there was a big concert that was put together, and then we all played together at the Hollywood Bowl, and that was for about 20,000 people in Los Angeles. So it was really incredible, you know, to have the opportunity for somebody who was my hero to finally play with my hero.
Wow. Repeat, how many people were in the concert? How many people?
Well, the first concert, which was my concert, where Stevie came, was a club show in Los Angeles. So then the second, so he came and joined me on stage for that. And then afterwards, the Hollywood Bowl organized a concert for 20,000 people at the Hollywood Bowl, featuring me, Stevie Wonder, Janelle Monáe, you know. So that was the second time we played together.
Great, man. Congratulations for you.
In Jamaica, in Jamaica, bombo clap, man.
Very good. This is for us is emotion to hear you tell us about that, because Stevie Wonder is a world icon of the romantic music.
Yes.
It's a privilege to we have you charting out this moment with us, telling this history.
You know that's the beautiful thing about music is that music, you know, is music comes through us. You know, usually you, the artist, in actual fact, you don't even own the music because you become a conduit, a vessel for the music. You know, so I give thanks, you know, for Stevie Wonder, who was a vessel for so many amazing music and great moments for people around the world, and an icon. And then also for me to my path to be able to intersect that path and play together, you know, work together, and you know, together serve people with that beautiful gift of music. I give thanks, you know, for that. I give thanks for that.
Ok. Ele está falando que foi um marco para ele, musicalmente, na carreira dele, porque uma época em que era o LP, e o Steve Wonder ouviu a música dele, e ele estava lá no momento. Aí o Steve ligou para ele, falou para ele que para ele participar, fazer uma participação. E ele fez essa participação e falou que tinha um público de 20 mil pessoas, ou seja, a Los Angeles, lá no Festival de Los Angeles, né? Então, para ele foi uma grande emoção. E nós aqui temos o presente de ouvir nesse momento, essa participação. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Yes, big respect.
Yeah. So, and then I also got to I worked with Bono for for Playing for Change, War No More Trouble. That song,
Really?
was also a collaboration with Bono for that, and that was also a very big, remake of that Bob Marley classic for Playing for Change. It was a big song, So, as an artist, an African artist who started humbly, to have the opportunity of not only bringing my country the first Grammy nomination, also being only one of the only few African reggae artists to be nominated for a reggae Grammy, and then also, collaborating with, heroes and, like Stevie Wonder and Bono, and, it's a testament to the kind of music that I play, which is fusion of reggae and African music and Afrobeat and drums. I'm inspired a lot by the samba of, of Brazil. Great musicians from Brazil, from Chico Science to all of the. I've been following Brazilian music for a long time, and and the African element of it, the soul of it. It's a big inspiration for me too.
Ok. Ele falou aqui, finalizando, que ele tem participação no Play for Change, que é um projeto muito conhecido aqui no Brasil, né? Então é uma alegria, uma felicidade para os fãs. Né?
Yes, yes, yes. Very nice.
Good, man, good.
Rocky,
Yes.
Rocky, can play music, African reggae forever, a cappella.
African Reggae Fever. Okay.
Yes,
Can I sing?
Yes.
Can I sing it?
African Reggae Fever, catch it. There will be no cure when you get it. Hey, you Mr. DJ, play it, spread it. It is the common man's time now to make it. This one is for the rockers from Accra to Kingston. It is the common man's time now to make it. Pay attention, my people, all over the nation. Hope you have the minute to listen to what I have to say. Redemption through music, my only intention. Bringing hope to places while the leaders shop and play. From Accra to Soweto, all I hear is more fire. Music in the ghetto will not get you more fire. Music on the radio can take you no higher. Hey, DJ, press rewind and come again. African Reggae Fever, catch it. There will be no cure when you get it. Hey, you Mr. DJ, play it, spread it. It is the common man's time now to make it. From Accra to Lagos to Addis Ababa, it is the common man's time now to make it. Yes, I.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
This represents the history of African people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This is interested in the soul. Because
Yeah.
we are Brazilian. We are mixed of the three races: white, black, and Indian people.
Really?
This is represented as well. Yeah.
Well, Brazil represents the United States of the world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, very good. Yes, man.
The music, the culture, the soccer, the food, the people, it's and then also Brazil has, given to the world some of the most amazing music and musicians, So for me also as an African, Brazil is very important because Brazil has the soul of Africa. When I listen to the music coming out from Bahia and all that is going on over there, I feel the deep African connection. And so that makes, us all be connected through our culture, and I'm always inspired by, all the really incredible, musicians that, have created incredible standards that right now globally has been instrumental in pushing music forward, So, big up to Brazil.
Ele está aqui agradecendo a nação brasileira pela questão da nossa história. Nós temos tudo em comum com a África, uma ligação muito forte, consanguínea, como na musicalidade do Brasil tem o reggae representando muito bem o povo africano e as raças brasileiras. É tudo em comum. Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks. Good, man. Good.
The five question.
Yes.
Você falou aí de ícones da África, Brasil e tal. Eu gostaria, nós que somos todos guerreiros, gostaríamos de saber, na África tem Luke Dube, tem Alpha Blondy, tem Kadiafakoli, assim, se você se espelhou em um desses caras para fazer sua carreira, ou tem outros que você se espelhou, pode citar para nós?
Certainly, you've got any reggae African singer as a reference for you as an inspiration, yeah? Do you have anyone that you choose as a reference to your keeping on your music career for us?
Oh, you mean African? You mean African reggae artists who have inspired me?
Yeah.
Oh, that I will say that when I was a kid growing up, that's when Alpha Blondy came out. So Alpha Blondy was a big inspiration. Yeah, for my generation of when it comes to African reggae, Alpha Blondy and then Majek Fashek. At that time, Majek Fashek also from Nigeria, came out. For me, those were the two global, should I say, African reggae musicians who inspired me. But then there was also a Ghanaian reggae artist called Felix Bell, who was very instrumental to inspiring me when I was starting or when I was growing up, So, there was a lot of great musicians who never were known beyond their own countries, but they became those that inspired some of us that eventually took the music globally.
Is this Felix Bell is African? Felix Bell?
Yes, from Ghana. So Felix Bell and Alpha Blondy were kind of the two rivals from different countries. Felix Bell was Ghana and Alpha Blondy was Cote d'Ivoire. So the two. So every time they will come, there will be a concert. There will be the Ghana side cheering Felix Bell and then Cote d'Ivoire, and all of that kind of stuff. But it was all positive,
Nice, man. Ele está falando que a inspiração dele é o grande Alpha Blondy, porque ele é de uma geração que ele cresceu ouvindo Alpha Blondy. E o Felix Bell, que é um músico que ensinou a ele a entrar no uso dos metais. Assim como o B.B. King, o cantor americano, que foi um pioneiro do blues, né? Ele foi uma referência para ele e hoje está aí o fera Rock Dawuni. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Good. Yeah.
Rocking.
Yes.
Alpha Blondy is like king in Brazil.
Oh,
is like a king. The people love it. Love your hits, love your country, love it all about it. Africa and Brazil one blood.
Yes.
Isso para ele que eu estou no Maranhão. Yes. Isso aí que eu estou no Maranhão e aqui no Maranhão é onde tem é o segundo estado onde tem mais número de negros no Brasil. Isso torna a conexão maior entre África e Brasil.
We live in Maranhão. We are from Maranhão State, one of the states of Brazil, where there is the second amount of percentage of black people here in Brazil. This get us as a mixture, enrichment of African, because the capital reggae has a strong presence since 1946. default years, yeah, in the past. For this reason, we are happy people, yeah, to this connection with the African, with the world, yeah, music, yeah, the world.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's really amazing. Yeah.
My country is like Jamaica, the little Jamaica, you know.
Yeah.
Little
Well, you know,
Jamaica.
the thing that, you know, the, the diversity of Brazil, you know, it's like, you know, you have like the best of every world, you know, and I think that that's what makes Brazil such a also a dynamic and very powerful cultural force, you know, around the world. Apart from, you know, getting, you know, having some of the best soccer players in the world, you know, you also have some of
Yes.
the yeah.
What a favorite soccer player in Brazil? Qual
Oh,
é o melhor
my
jogador?
favorite soccer player in Brazil.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's you put me on the spot right there. I would say, yeah, yeah. I would say, but you know, it's Julio Cesar.
Júlio César.
Júlio César.
Júlio
Yes.
César was a keep goal of Flamengo in the past. Now he did not play any longer. Yeah.
And then also, you know,
My,
I love Ronaldo.
pay attention. My team, Brazil. Palmeiras.
Oh, wow,
Palmeiras.
wow.
My team, Brazil. No, no Flamengo. No Flamengo. Palmeiras. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
wow. Yeah,
Greatness,
I mean,
greatness,
you
greatness.
know, and you know, I love, you know, Ronaldo, you know, it's a great player,
Yes,
you know.
yes, legend.
I think
Legend.
that over the years, you know, Brazil has produced, you know, some of the most amazing. I mean, starting from Pele all the way, you know, it's always had somebody who's been like, you know, a definitive global icon and representation of the game, you know. So, you know, it's a very formidable country when it comes to soccer and music. You know, Brazil makes soccer fun. You know, it makes soccer fun, bring life into soccer. You know.
Yeah. Ele está mencionando o Brasil como um título de país do futebol, né? Onde no mundo todo o futebol é comentado. Ou seja, é que nem a música, não tem barreiras, né? Então, é isso aí.
Rocking. Thank you so much. Yes, man. Enough love and respect and blessings for you and your family. Stay home.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
You know. I see you next opportunity. All right. Blessed love, man. Aliás, Selassie I live, you know.
Yeah,
Galera,
same to you
conversamos.
too. Thank you very much. I hope once things calm down, I hope to be able to come and finally play in Brazil. Yes.
Uau! Ele espera vir tocar no Brasil, vir fazer um show aí. It certainly won't be longer. Won't this longer? It's soon.
Yes. Looking forward to that. All right. Peace and love.
Esperamos.
Ok. See you soon, man. Galera, conversamos com o Rock Dawuni, aqui de Gana, na África. O cara mostrou aí o trabalho dele, sensacional. Tem um trabalho grande e forte no reggae. É só você procurar nas redes sociais, nas plataformas, Rock Dawuni, e você vai encontrar aí. Um grande compositor, um grande músico, um grande intérprete. O cara é sensacional. É fantástico. Rock, thank you. Bye,
Thank you,
man.
brother. God bless you.